Today on Public Eye News, school officials in Escanaba have closed an investigation into alleged sexist remarks. And later, I'll have your weather forecast.
Coming up, we'll have everything you need to know about the mobile food pantries coming in the next couple days. Stick around, I'll also bring you your sports report. I'm Luke Niddle.
And I'm Liam Eulenjoy. You're watching Public Eye News. Reports of sexist comments have led to an investigation from Escanaba Junior High and High School authorities. The school board was made aware of a Facebook post alleging that boys in the schools were telling female students, quote, "Your body, my choice," end quote. This set off a series of investigations from school officials. They found that the viral post in question was copied from one sent to a private group of Escanaba women. Furthermore, interviewed students could not identify any specific students who accosted girls with the phrase. IT staff also reported that the content of the post may have been an AI-generated message originating on TikTok. The investigation is now closed. Those looking for more information can find it on the Escanaba Public Schools Facebook page. And the Marquette City Commission has reorganized after local elections that took place a year ago today. Jessica Hanley has been sworn in as mayor after the City Commission voted unanimously to raise her to that office. She said, quote, "I look forward to all the things ahead and all of the things we can achieve together," end quote. Additionally, Paul Schlegel will serve as mayor pro tempore when Hanley is unavailable. Commission seats traded hands too. Jeremy Ottaway and Carrie Gottlieb were sworn in, with Ottaway renewing his seat and Gottlieb replacing Jenna Smith. Both Ottaway and Gottlieb took a moment to thank their supporters on Facebook.
Northern Michigan University alumnus Ian Altobello has been awarded the Martech Most Innovative Creative Marketing Company of 2024 within the state of Michigan. Altobello, a 2019 graduate with a bachelor's in communication studies and a minor in marketing, owns the Bareil Collective, which offers digital media, content creation, and branding and education services. The Bareil Collective is dedicated to, quote, "provide professional marketing services to businesses while allowing collaborators to experience both professional and personal growth," end quote. Innovation in Business decided that the Bareil Collective was among the top companies of 2024 developments in the marketing technology industry. Also at NMU, Alumni Relations will host a digital event for alumni that includes a virtual cooking segment with students in the Hospitality Leadership Program, with 2010 NMU graduate Alden McDonald overseeing the event as an instructor. Students will cook dishes that represent themselves as chefs and display the various skills they have learned in the program during their time at NMU. The event is tomorrow at 7 p.m. and is free to all who register. Attendees are encouraged to ask questions during the event. The live stream is expected to be posted to Northern Now's YouTube channel afterwards for anyone who cannot attend. For any questions on the event, email NMU Alumni Relations at alumni@nmu.edu. And with hunting season around the corner, WCCO's Kirsten Mitchell talked with the Minnesota Conservation Officer about important safety tips that hunters everywhere can follow. Take a look.
We kind of named this week Whitetail Week.
Ammunition, blaze orange, and a license, all necessities of hunting season in Minnesota.
Opening weekend has been good. We've seen a lot of successful hunters out there.
But the top of the list should be firearm safety, according to Minnesota DNR Conservation Officer Brianna Shaw.
We require everybody to go through firearm safety before they purchase a license, so they're getting that education and those resources ahead of time so they can make those good hunting decisions.
Hunting incidents have been going down in recent years. Last year, there were 11, none of them fatal. Shaw says doing a pre-hunt equipment check can prevent some accidents like falls from deer stands.
Make sure that the stand that you're hunting out of has fresh straps, it's secured to the tree, having that harness that clips into the tree so you're not falling out.
Weather, like fog and mist, can diminish visibility.
We want to know what we're shooting and we want to know what's beyond that shooting point. So if we can't see the house behind the tree line and we make that shot, accidents could happen.
While wearing blaze orange or pink is required, Shaw recommends hikers and their pets also wear bright colors during hunting season. Trespassing is the most frequent complaint against hunters and can be avoided with communication.
We get a lot of complaints every year about neighbor disputes, and the best way to avoid that is making that contact beforehand.
With more than 400,000 Minnesotans participating in hunting activities each year, situational awareness is paramount. In Carver County, Kirsten Mitchell, WCCO News.
Now don't touch that dial. After this short break, Liam will have your weather forecast you won't want to miss.
on American Experience.
We have taken a city as thoroughly, as completely as if captured in battle.
It was the only armed overthrow of an elected government.
This was a coup based on the devaluation of African American citizenship. What Wilmington tells us is how fragile American democracy is.
American Coup, Wilmington, 1898, on American Experience.
Tuesday night at 9 on WNMU TV.
Welcome back to Public Eye News. I'm Liam Euland-Joy, here to take you through your weather report. Let's start by taking a look at conditions here on campus, where the sky is blue and everything is really nice out. Let's see if the rest of the UP is like that, and it looks like, in Houghton at least, it is. Their weather here is sunny skies with a temperature of 45 degrees. In Ironwood, we have a 39-degree temperature and sunny skies. Over in Iron Mountain, partly cloudy with 44-degree temperatures. And down in Menominee, 46 and partly cloudy as well. Taking a look on the northern shores of Lake Michigan, the eastern side of the Upper Peninsula, Escanaba will be 45 degrees today with partly cloudy conditions. In Manistee, also 45 and partly cloudy. In the Sioux, 44 and partly cloudy. And back in our beautiful Marquette, 46 degrees and sunny. Taking a deeper look into those current conditions now, the winds are coming out of the south-southwest at 13 miles per hour, and we are having a barometric pressure of 30.34 inches and rising. Taking a look at tonight's conditions, it'll be mostly cloudy with a low of 36 degrees, winds out of the south at 13 miles per hour, and a moon phase of a waxing gibbous that you won't want to miss. Now taking a look at tomorrow's conditions, it'll be cloudy, getting gray, with a high of 46 and a low of 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds out of the east-northeast at 9 miles per hour. Taking a look now towards the end of the week and the weekend, on Thursday it'll be 50 for our high, 38 for our low, and partly cloudy conditions. In fact, the next 3 days will all be partly cloudy. On Friday, we'll have a high of 50 and a low of 43, and on Saturday, a high of 53 and a low of 37. That's all the weather I have for today. Now, after this short break, we'll be back with some more news.
After 50 years, the Maple Theater is closing its doors.
If you've ever dreamed of owning a drive-in movie theater, the Cherry Bowl of Honor, Michigan is up for sale.
Town officials said they were taken back to learn the storied State Theater in Bay City has filed for bankruptcy.
You're driven by what you can't have. You're driven by something that has been taken away from you. You want to get it back. I was denied that movie theater.
Well, it's good to be back at the desk, everybody, but now it's time for a little more news, starting with this. Governor Gretchen Whitmer has announced several major projects aimed at revitalizing underused property in a number of Michigan towns. The effort calls for the construction of 78 new housing units, generating $21.3 million for the state. It's part of the Revitalization and Placemaking program, which seeks to add vibrancy to communities statewide. One of the structures being revitalized is a 2-story building at 400 North Main Street in Sheboygan. Others are blighted buildings in downtown Lowell and downtown Petoskey. Underutilized property in Spring Lake and Zeeland will be involved in the project too. And the Feeding America program's Western Michigan division will be sending mobile food pantries to several UP communities this week. Mobile pantries are described as farmers markets on wheels, which deliver a variety of fresh fruits, vegetables, dairy, and baked goods. This is free to any household experiencing food insecurity. The van will be in Kingsford and Iron River on Wednesday at 1 p.m., and on Thursday they'll be stopping by Marquette at 10 a.m. Anyone looking to take advantage of this resource will be asked for basic information. That includes their full name, household size, and makeup, along with their reason for needing the food. Documentation will not be required, though customers are recommended to bring boxes, laundry baskets, or totes. And President-elect Donald Trump's incoming cabinet is taking shape this week, including appointments being announced just this morning. CBS News' Naomi Ruchim has the latest from New York.
Two sources tell CBS News that President-elect Donald Trump is expected to tap Senator Marco Rubio for Secretary of State and Congressman Mike Waltz for National Security Advisor.
Donald Trump is not steeped in policy.
Rubio sparred with Trump during the 2016 GOP primaries before dropping out and eventually backing him up through this year's campaign.
We are patriots who love America.
Waltz is a decorated ex-Green Beret who served in Afghanistan, the Middle East, and Africa.
I fully believe in his America First agenda.
This morning, CBS News has learned Trump will nominate South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem to be his Homeland Security Secretary.
President Donald Trump is a breaker and a builder.
Yesterday, Trump also announced House Republican Conference Chair Elise Stefanik of New York to be his next ambassador to the United Nations. Meanwhile, former New York GOP Congressman Lee Zeldin was chosen as Trump's Environmental Protection Agency administrator. This as progressive House Democrats are voicing concerns over Trump's pick of Stephen Miller for Deputy Chief of Staff and former ICE Director Tom Homan as border czar.
I think we're going to continue to see a number of people that have disturbing histories being appointed.
And they're vowing to fight his plans for a mass deportation program.
President-elect Donald Trump's administration will be made up of sitting members of the U.S. House. This means their seats will be vacant until special elections can be held. Now let's head over to Luke with your Public Eye Sports Report.
Thanks, Liam. Once again, I'm Luke Niddle, and I'll be taking you through our Public Eye Sports Tuesday breakdown. Leading off on the national stage, Miami Dolphins escaped SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles with a primetime 23-15 dub over the Rams. With the win, the Fins reset a 3-game losing streak and avoided the entire state of Florida losing every game of football played this weekend, as every other NFL, FBS, and FCS team lost to have a combined record of 0-12. Miami avoided 0-13 thanks to their defense, who recorded 4 sacks and 2 turnovers and only allowed LA to convert 3 of their 12 third-down attempts. While the Rams outgained the Dolphins in yards per play, rushing, passing, and total yards, they couldn't punch it in, relying on Josh Carty to hit 5 field goals. And going east, back near Detroit, the Pistons open up NBA Cup play tonight with a game against the Miami Heat. Detroit is still pumping the handcart after a solid start to the season at 4-7, now above the win total the Pistons had from October to December of 2023. This game does hold some implications, as it is the first NBA Cup game for the Pistons this season, taking place in the group stage. If Detroit wins enough games against the other 4 teams in the group, they will move on to the knockout stage, where they'll have a chance to advance to the semifinals. Detroit will get some more help, as Asar Thompson has been cleared to return after a near 8-month absence due to blood clots. And ending off here on campus, the NMU women's soccer team wrapped up their first GLIAC tournament match against the Michigan Tech Huskies as I speak. The Cats laid a beatdown in the first half against the Huskies, scoring 4 goals, including one 90 seconds into play. Justina Lesperance continues her dominant season, scoring 2 of Northern's 4 total for 5. And stick right there. After this short break, we'll be back at the desk.
On the next Media Meet, a special 2-part look at Indian boarding schools and the government's century-long practice to Americanize and assimilate Native children. We will hear first-hand accounts from survivors of a Michigan boarding school, talk about the legacy of trauma that remains, and see whether it is possible to move beyond the pain. Indian boarding schools, the history, the heartache, the healing, is next time on Media Meet.
Welcome back. Thank you for that sports update, Luke. But now it's time for one more story, and it's this. NMU Do It, a new student theater group formed this year. It will be performing its first full-length production this Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are free, but donations are accepted. The performance will be The Last 5 Years, a story of 2 New Yorkers in their 20s who fall in and out of love over the course of 5 years. Sounds like an interesting performance. I have to say, the variety of artistic and cultural projects in Marquette recently has been really something to see, Luke.
Yeah, I have to say, and it's always good to see a new student group on campus performing something.
Absolutely.
I'll always want to support them because of that.
I'm a huge, I'm not a theater guy myself, but I'm a theater supporter, a patron of the theater. I recently saw Frankenstein. Great stuff, but that's all the time we have left today at Public Eye News. I'm Liam Eulenjoy.
And I'm Luke Niddle.
And we'll see you next time.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.